And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, right on the Parkway for the Peace Ride, sponsored by Troy Baylor. Is the initial organizer right here. Sponsored by Senator Artie Williams and number of Philadelphia's finest. Sheriff's Department. We're all here to demonstrate peace on the streets, ladies and gentlemen. There's some local biker organizations trying to help us out. Of course, Philadelphia's finest is out in full force here on this peace ride. The sergeant is giving some final instructions.
All right, who we waiting for?
We need to have the front.
He's got other cars.
Because if you got cars and motorcycles, like 400 or 70, it's going to take a couple of the blocks. So I need to keep this on this side of the street, but you need to have the front at 18.
Okay.
So whoever's going to be the lead, I'll lock this down right now.
Okay. Yeah, because the motorcycles coming down, we can start putting everybody in line.
Hey, Jeannie, close that off.
I know, but we need somebody to go over there and put barricades up.
And here we are on the Parkway at the MC Burners MC Anti-Violence Peace Ride here on the Parkway. We're about to get underway. Co-sponsored by State Senator Anthony Williams and a number of other local businesses and community organizations. Troy Baylor being one here of the organizers, all along Brother Rashawn and Sheriff Rochelle. Bilal, how are you?
What's up?
She's here helping us out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your service, and please stay safe.
Stay safe. That's
and
all we
thank
got.
you so
That's all
very
we
much
said.
for being here
Riding
today.
for peace.
And we're riding for peace. Thank you so very much. We're about to get underway. We're just waiting for other people to come. I'm waiting for other riders to gather. And look like we're gonna have a good day. I believe we'll escape any precipitation. But we want to thank these guys here with these incredible machines. These incredible machines here are here to ride for peace. A big issue, ladies and gentlemen, we believe is the retaliation issue that hasn't been addressed like it should. We have to be vigilant in maintaining peace, because when one person hurts another and you want to retaliate, this is what escalates the violence. So as police escorts are gathering, we're still waiting for more cars to show up here today on the Parkway. And we've begun, ladies, gentlemen, we're marching, we're riding, we're lining up here on the Parkway. Troy holding up the rear, has our back right there, is Troy. The State Burners Motorcycle Club is one of the main sponsors of this event, ladies and gentlemen. They are the initial sponsors of this event.
While we're here today, this is how we're going to travel from here to Southwest Philadelphia and look forward to other magnitudes of us coming together to bring about the word of peace. We can't say that we are peaceful, that we shall be peaceful, that we can be peaceful, if we don't show peace within ourselves, for our families, for our communities, and most importantly for our city. Let's stand up, speak up, put it down, put it down, put it down. We're talking about the gun, negative behavior, negative action. Put it down, put it down, put it down. And let's stand up, speak up, and be up. Speak out. Let's bring about elimination of the discrimination of us killing us of us killing those whom we love.
Other riders are now joining us, ladies and gentlemen, from across the city and around the hood. We're about to get underway with the motorcade. We got Senator Street has joined us.
Excuse me, can you come out the truck for a minute? We know you looking beautiful in there, but
The sheriff is going to step out from her cruiser.
I got wet friend. It's called. We don't ever get wet, cold, or home.
Stay back there. Spectacular machines, ladies and gentlemen. We got the wide motor. All these nice bike clubs, ladies and gentlemen, here to help. Look at these vehicles. Look at these vehicles. Look at these bikes. Spectacular. Riders, ladies and gentlemen. The riders. Wide body, representing, right? Body, wide body, okay. B-O-D-Y, sport, B-O-D-I, body with the I, B-O-D-I, body. Wide body, B-O-D-I. Spelled different.
Not the critic gang.
And we're talking here to Gucci. Gucci, you have been a rider now, how long?
I've been riding now for about 20 years.
And most people who ride bikes are very content and peaceful people because riding is such a relaxing sport.
Yes.
But in the light of the escalating violence in Philadelphia, how do you think you're impacting our communities right now with what you're doing?
I figure we're going to come together with all the motorcycle clubs in the city of Philadelphia to let the young kids and the older generation see that we can come together as groups to stop the violence in the city because there's too much gun killing going on.
Thank you so very much. We're looking forward to you participating. Please stay safe. All right, we're wrapping up now. They're saying it's time to pull out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go! We've just entered Mantua, my homesake, ladies and gentlemen, helping us stop the violence. Going up Haverford Avenue, along with the MC Burners and the wide body bike clubs, along with others, on this anti-gun, stop the violence ride for peace on our streets here in the city of brotherly love. Passing Dr. Marshall's home here on Haverford Avenue. And here we are in Mantua at a very important place where the Young Great Society was originally found here, ladies and gentlemen, where we are right now in this community. Coming up on 52nd and Arch. We're making pretty good progress here. As we have as we now have full, complete control of the streets here. Stopping the violence begins with you and I. The great masters taught us to violence no man. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. The peacemakers, ladies and gentlemen. This motorcade has increased substantially since we left. Stop the violence. That's right, somebody said. Keep up with the traffic. I gotta keep up with the traffic here. I'm trying to videotape and been driving, keeping up with the traffic here. We're here now at 55th, around 55th and Baltimore, actually Woodland Avenue, ladies and gentlemen. The Peace Ride extends to Southwest Philadelphia, Greater Southwest Philadelphia. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, 58th and Elmwood. We're gathering in the parking lot here as we're about to continue our ride, anti-gun violence ride. And so it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. Even though it's a little rainy out here, there's showers of blessings. And we're handing out chips. Ladies handing out baked chips.
It's down.
How you been doing? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And the sheriff is still here. We're waiting again to start some remarks and getting underway on the microphone.
You know, I applaud the bikers for coming out, all denominations, because it takes every male to be a man by standing up for something instead of falling for anything. Our children today need us. You know, I just suffered my nephew committing suicide. And how does a person commit suicide? Because their dreams, their future, their mindset has been ripped from them and they feel as though they had nothing. And we really got to indulge in this. Many of our youth are dying today, not just by gunfire, but by their own hands, because they feel as though that we failed them. And as long as I got breath in my body and I can connect to another man, to have him stand up with me, whether it's rain, sleet, snow, or hail, I'm going to try to save a life. I'm going to try to save a life. I applaud Troy Baylor for bringing this together. That's my man, someone that Me United recruited years ago, deep down in North Philly, because he got tired of being sick and tired of our children dying. This whole city should be tired of our children dying, killing one another, us running around like we gangsters and murderers on purpose. We were created to be happy and loving people, to care for one another, to take care of one another. I see faces out here and I know what age group we come from. I remember when we had to lock our doors. I remember we could walk down the street and get a meal and mama didn't cook. I remember if I act like I did something wrong, somebody else was going to step to me and tell me I was wrong, and I better not say nothing back. I remember when I took it home, man, please don't take me home. I go home, I got, because the punishment that came after that, no, they say don't beat our child, still around, all that crap, man, I'm about this. My mama told me I'm going to beat you before they kill you. I'm 60 years old today.
Yeah.
I'm 60 years old now. You know what I'm saying? I've been to the penitentiary. I did all that madness that I thought that I should be doing. And I was a damn fool. But today, for the last almost 30 years, I've been striving hard to make sure that we got options as a people. But us as a people got to utilize these opportunities, other options that are being presented to us. And we don't. But we want to place blame on many people when we should look in the mirror. All right? I love Michael Jackson because he made that one song. I don't care what he did in life, but that one song made me change my life by looking in the mirror. And if I don't make a move, I don't do something for the betterment of our people, then who am I to tell somebody else? I'm wearing a sweatsuit today of a young man that was my underling. Went away, came back, and it just says, plain and simple, tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Because we tighten up for ourselves, we can tighten up for that who is next to us. We can tighten up for those who are in our households. We can tighten up for those that's in our community. And we don't need city officials who we go to and blame that our city is wrong. But these are our kids. These are our people. We run down and want to blame City Hall. We run down and want to blame the mayor. You don't think they go through the same thing we do? They just got an extra couple dollars. But we want to place blame. All they got is an extra couple dollars. And they in a position to help make policy for the betterment of ourselves. You know, I'm going to end with this roundabout thing. I work for a state senator whose last name happens to be Street. You know the Street family, they rumblers, they fighters. They'll kick you, they'll run you over. But one thing they've always been about is the people. And it's a shame because I work in this office and I got people that look like us that walk by every day. I got people that look like us, may stop outside the office, but won't come in. And do not know what the capabilities or the opportunities that office bring to the community. And it's not just on the state level, it's on the city level too. People come to us, we the state, ask us about city stuff. We got a city office across the street, they pass right on by. They think we can do it. We can't do it all. But my meaning to what I just said is this. We put people in office and don't know what their office is supposed to do for us. We put people in office and don't know what they're supposed to do for us, but we complain about them when something ain't right. It ain't their job to make it right, it's our job. You're supposed to raise your child, I'm supposed to raise my child, we're supposed to raise the children in the community. We're supposed to give them hope. We're supposed to let them know that they can reach any dream that they have. We can utilize all the opportunities that our forefathers and foremothers died for. And we sitting up here like they ain't did nothing. They just existed. The clothes you wear, the places you go, the things you actually do and think of came from those who died for us. And we act like we don't appreciate that. There's a problem. That's a major, major problem that we have. We don't give
we don't give none of the ups, the gratitude to any of those, or the proper, anything proper to those who died before us. And that even resolves into your own families. Look at your ancestry. Look at your history. Look where you came from. Look where we all came from. We were slaves on a ship taken from our country. And we still walk around like we enslaved. So the slave master ain't beating us, we beat ourselves.
Learn behavior.
We ain't got no slave master no more. So because we removed the slave master, we start beating ourselves. We start punishing ourselves. And for what reason? That little girl should be thinking about being whatever she want to be when she grow up. Instead, she can't go to school without the possibility of ducking some bullets. We should be able to go to and from work and be utilized for the capabilities that we have instead of being looked at as if you got too much, you next. I never thought, because I became closed-minded out here in these streets, that I would ever be working for a state senator, that I ever would be walked up to with a man calling my name, a president, white, black, and purple, walked up to me and called me by my name because I've been doing something for my people. I've been doing something for me.
No, you can make your car, they can't hear you.
But the bottom line is this did happen to me. I thought I was going to follow in some of those old head footsteps. God had something different for me. He got something different for all of us. But we don't utilize the blessings that we truly have and what's really given to us, then we might as well just climb in and nail it shut ourselves. But we got to stop the negative mentality that we have, that we're passing on to our children, that they feel as though they have no hope, they have no future, that eventually they have nothing. They say we're we are the minorities of power when it comes to our monies, right? We ain't nothing. We ain't got nothing, right? We're a minority. But the decisions that we make as far as clothes, as far as creating things within this world, everything revolves around us. If you just get out your way, you'll see it. There's nothing that happened on this planet, especially in the United States, that we ain't had a hand in. And we cut our own selves off at the bootstraps, at the ankles, because we can't get our own way. We got hatred for one another for nothing. For nothing. You want to hate me because I'm black? Look in the mirror. You're black too. Young buck struggling, help him. Young lady struggling, help her. You don't talk about them and kick them down the street. Yo, call DHS. You gotta get them kids with. When we started doing that, when we was taking care of the kids. Communities were built. Black Panthers was built to help us help ourselves. NAACP was built to help us help ourselves. SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Y'all forget about that one. Y'all forgot about that one. That was one of the first, but didn't have the notoriety as NAACP. Take you to the next level, and may we all come out of this day better than we was yesterday. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you, Rob. Sorry to die. It doesn't die. Bayard. He's a product of where we come from in the community. Also want to thank Troy Richard. A lot of you Vikings know him as Gooch. He's the president of St. Bernard's. We stood tall today. We sent a message. The gun violence is real here in the city of Philadelphia. Just at 46th and Market, they shot up a young lady, a pregnant young lady. And the news media was supposed to be out here, but on my radio show, I'm calling out the pastors of the church. We want to roll the bodies in and hold funerals, but we don't want to stand out on street corners. And today, these bikers stood up and supported the cause of what we are doing out here today. It's raining. The state senator and them said they'll be here, but we ain't going to stay out here in the rain. Because I know, like Rashad said, they keep waiting for their babies off. They got to put their babies up. But we want to thank them and thank you, the ones that stand around and watching and listening. We sent the message today. We want to thank Chef Rochelle Blau in her office and those that rode in the motorcade with us. And this is not the first one. We're doing one in North Philly in July in Senator Street's district. And we're going to send a message. And not only are we going to send a message, but we're going to come out and start standing on the street corners. When do these babies get AK-47s and all this stuff around here going to gas stations, shooting people and gunning people down? We have to bring about a change in our community, and it's going to take us. Back in the old days, we didn't have this. When they had the gangs, Tenderloin and all those, they used to rumble and fight. But these guys want to get guns and all this stuff like they shoot and don't know what they're shooting at. And he said something about the little babies. Little babies are getting shot now. There was a time they had respect for women. They don't even have respect for women no more. You walk up and just kill a woman. So we have to change the mentality set of our children. The police can't raise our children. The system can't raise our children. We have to raise our children. And we have to ask the question, how do we let our kids, first thing they say, oh no, not mine. You don't know what your child doing when you're not with them. Are they out there in the street?
Check your houses.
Check your houses. And this is what we need to do. Before we bring Brother Warren Broom, we're going to bring Gooch up so we can have a few. He don't want to say nothing because I had him down for closing remarks. We're going to let Warren say something real quick, and we're going to let everybody get out here because of the rain. Thank y'all for coming out.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody. Thank you guys, all you bikers and neighbors. Listen, this is the #1 thing that's causing the violence in the city is the retaliation issue. Retaliation. When you do... when you do something to somebody else, there's no heat. When you do something to somebody else, there's no healing. We need to go back to those families who've been victimized and tell them of your hurt, your pain. Let's all have a part in the healing process. Retaliation has to stop. Retaliation has to stop. And it starts with you and I by going to the victims of violence. If your family had violated mine, come and ask for peace and forgiveness, and I'll do the same thing to you. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they should be called the children of God. Gucci, you sure want to say something before you leave? You want to say something real quick? Gucci, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I want to thank all the ladies and gentlemen for coming out, especially my brothers and sisters on these motorcycles. Everybody be careful going back home. But I think we're ready to go to Camden to a wide body party. Thank you.
All right, we're going to about wrap it up here today so far for where we are right now at 58th and Elmwood. We want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank Troy Baylor and a lot of the other speakers and sponsors who may not have been here, but we're going to continue the peace rally as we go on today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Change.
soldiers have been burned down. And once Central Park was a thriving black town.
Okay.
Young Chuck, I'm fighting the power.
We have Rashawn Councilman and Johnson. Right, Kenyatta Johnson. Councilman Kenyatta Johnson has just arrived, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to give him a chance to say a couple things. You want to introduce
about us? He came from the nonsense to make change, and he's here today. I'm going to hold you up. Kenyatta Johnson, the councilman of you and me. Thank you, cuz. He only gave me that special shout out because that's my cousin, right? Real cousin too.
Really? Are you serious?
You know, always love. So let me do this presentation real quick. Just want to thank y'all for being out here today. Most importantly, focusing on the issue of peace in the streets here in the city of Philadelphia. That's what it's all about. I just want to personally say we appreciate you. So I'm going to present you this official citation on behalf of the city of Philadelphia. I see you're a traveling man as well. I come from Sheba Lodge number 7.
Hold on for a second, everybody.
You getting old, man. You know I'm gonna snap that.
We have many people to snap.
The councilman is officially signing the documentation, ladies and gentlemen, and citation for his service to Gucci, president of the... Thank you. Of the burners, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, he said he ain't finished yet.
Burners.
He ain't getting away from this. No, I'm done. Congratulations. I'm done.
We want to thank you for coming out, and we want to thank you all for supporting this event. Hopefully next year we can do something much better and much bigger, because we need to send a message. Too many of our babies are dying in this community. Just over at 46 in Market, a 19-year-old woman was pregnant and got shot, and she's in the hospital critical. We got to put it in. I'm calling out all the pastors of the churches to take a stand.
So this is what I would like to do as a follow-up, because I know today we got a little rain on us and so forth, right? So next month, we're kicking off Gun Violence Awareness Month. And so if y'all could possibly look at your schedule, I think it's June 4th. Or we can look at that Sunday as well. But the next month is Gun Violence Awareness Month. And we're going to be doing a variety of different initiatives around that. And so maybe we can do something major outside City Hall as well, just to really show the city of Philadelphia that we're all on board addressing this issue of senseless gun violence. And also, and my cousin been doing this forever, when we ride through the city as well, we want to also stop and drop and jump out and talk to the young brothers and talk to the families that who are also impacted by the senseless gun violence. At the end of the day, that also sends a positive message as well. So I will definitely follow up. But I commend y'all for taking time out of y'all's schedule and stepping up to the plate and bringing awareness to this very, very issue that's devastating our community. So you will always have my support. Keep up the good work.
Remember, it's you, it's me, it's we. Can stop the violence. Can stop the violence. Can stop the violence. Can stop the violence. I said, put it down, put it down, put it down.
To do one in his district in July, and like I said, we all need to coordinate together, so everybody still can come out and be a part of it. And we're just going to go in everybody's district and send a message. I'm calling all the clergies.
You also want to get the other part.
pastors.
You also want to get that other thing done.
Make sure you include the mobsters too.
Yeah.
What's that thing with the bikers coming in the fall?
Yeah, for the
dirt bikes.
Rail.
Yeah.
So we need to plan on that, because that's what we're going to create some.
Yeah, because they're trying to bring up another issue because the boy just got hit by the car.
Well, no, remember what we said? We're going to
dirt bike rail. We're going to try to hit.
But you can't get booked over the summer,
right?
In order to participate. Remember? So we got to have a planning meeting about that, so that you know what I'm talking about. So we had a meeting with your outreach coordinator. Just didn't give you much notes, but it was a great meeting. But one of the issues is in the fall, there's going to be this convention in the conference.
A convention.
A convention on ATVs?
Yep.
ATVs. And so we said we're going to get the grant money to create prizes for it. Significant prizes, right? What was it, 15,000?
15,000.
First place is something like second place, something like that, right? And then, but in order to compete, you can't be getting booked over the summertime. So we want to get the word out across the street. We want to do a press event over the fact that we're going to do it and encourage people not to get caught up over the summer. All right? We're going to follow through that. We need to have another meeting with them in order to do that. Cool?
Hello.
That's good enough. I mean, reality is that you all do a marvelous job organizing folks who are not normally a part of the process or acknowledge that they're part of the process, creating peace within our communities. And the folks who organize today with the bikers obviously draws attention from many folks, but in particular another generation that we need to figure out how to help them. And so this is a start. This is not the end. It's not one event, not one rally, not one gathering. We have plans for multiple events. And I'm excited to be a part of it and appreciate that as a support. And I look forward to working with my brother. I'm not going to ride a bike, so you don't get that part. No, sir, not happening, not here. No. But what I will do is commit to putting back on the ground and helping us create more productive lives across the country. God bless you.
Now, get Commissioner say something, please, before you leave.
Listen, everybody.
Oh, not loud.
Okay.
Go ahead one more time. No, is it on? Let's talk soft.
There you go.
Yeah, we have an important election coming up Tuesday, May 17th. We have some important people that's on the ballot, and there's a lot of people that already cast their ballot. We have early voting in Pennsylvania. We mailed out over 100,000 ballots across Philadelphia. I already voted a couple weeks ago, and some people still have their ballots. We have 16 convenient drop-off locations. We also have pop-up locations where you can drop off your ballot. The City Hall will be open through election day. So you can come on down, we can put out a replacement ballot. We're here for you. PhiladelphiaVotes.com is our website. And if you live in other parts of the state, go to votesva.com. You can do replacement ballots, let us know where your polling location is. And now is our time is now. So many people sacrifice our right to make decisions in our community. And we cannot let that right go in vain. And we have to build the enthusiasm. We still have time. So this weekend, I need you to make phone calls, tell your family and friends how important elections are, because the matriarchs and the patriarchs have influence in their family. Make phone calls, send out the text, let them know that we have an important election coming up, and we need to vote every 6 months. Every 6 months there's an elections. Policy decisions are based off ballot behavior. So we must increase our ballot behavior to get the policies that we need for our community. And remember, Dr. King spoke about now, and the fierce urgency is acting now. Now is our time, and our time is now. I'm City Commissioner Omar Severe. Let me know if you need any assistance with anything. Thank you.
Commissioner, if we're doing mail-in ballots, when is the latest your office will receive mail-in ballots, please?
Okay, so we'll receive them on Tuesday, May the 17th at 8 p.m. Sharp. That's when drop-off locations close, and we do not accept postmarks. So what does that mean? If you have a ballot in your possession right now, bring it into our office. Don't put it in the mail. Because if we receive it after Election Day at 8 p.m., we're not going to be able to count the ballot. It's a silly rule. Again, we got the senators like this, they go on Harrisburg fighting for us to change those laws. But unfortunately, we do not accept any postmarks. We can't. So we need to have the ballot. So if you have one in your hand right now, please drop it off to us. That way we can count the vote. Make sure that you sign the date of your return envelope and make sure that you fit your ballot in that blue secrecy envelope. Philadelphia is the only county that has blue secrecy envelopes to put your ballot in that blue secrecy envelope. You don't need any naked ballots. A naked ballot is a ballot that
fit it in the blue CPC envelope, fit it in the return envelope. There's so many rules, it doesn't make sense. However, this is the law. In order for us to count your vote, you have to put it in that blue CPC envelope, return envelope, and make sure you sign, make sure you date it. And if you have any questions, call our office 215-686-3462, 215-686-3462, or send us an email.
Or the easiest number, 686-1500.
But you know, it's our office number. We answer the phone. Sometimes the lines get kind of backed up, be busy, so it's lunchtime. But we'll be here for you. Call us, email us, go to our website.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stone.
Thank you.